So today I'm doing another speed build. This one I can't take credit for. It was my friend's idea. I always go to her for inspiration. So this one is a duplex. I really wanted to do another fun build. I had a lot of fun doing the Meowington Manor, the crazy cat lady house. And so I wanted to do something kind of fun like that again. So that's why I'm doing the duplex. So on one side of the duplex, we've got a family of three, like two parents and like a toddler. And on the other side of the duplex is a bachelor pad for three young guys. So yeah, you can imagine how frustrating that would be for the family living next door. But it was just fun to do two totally like polar opposites for like furnishing, and yeah, it was really fun. I mean, the family side, I that was kind of like, I don't know, I was furnishing like how I always do in my builds, but the bachelor pad side was actually a lot of fun because I've never really even used half the glitter items that I was able to. Well, I've used them, but not all together in one build like this. So it was really fun to do, and I'm also really proud of myself because I'm happy for once with the roof, like all the roofs, I guess, on this entire house. I'm finally happy with what I did. Normally, I struggle so much with the roof, but in this one, I'm actually really happy with it. The whole building is, I wanted it to be very symmetrical, I guess. Like I wanted each side to mirror the other side, and so it does for the most part, except for upstairs. There's just it's a little bit different on the upstairs, but for the downstairs and like on the whole outside of it, it's all the exact same. The windows are placed exactly the same and everything. So I was really happy with that. And I really like the way that I placed the roofs. I think for once I did a good job with it. And I'm happy. So I'm putting on this brown siding, but I didn't actually end up keeping that because I wasn't totally satisfied with it. I like the color, but I didn't like the vertical siding, so I changed it to like a horizontal one. I don't know if I do that now or later. I can't quite remember. I did this build a while ago and just haven't really gotten around to editing it yet. But it's really fun. It was, I don't know. I've been looking for different kinds of builds, things that I haven't done before, or things that are more interesting than just like a base game starter. I did do a base game starter and I was like, wow, this is just not very much fun. And so I really wanted to do something totally my dog. I just wanted to do something totally different, and that's what this is. I will never ever use this house in my gameplay because, I mean, why would I? Like, I don't know, it's a fun house, but I didn't actually make any Sims to move into this house, and I haven't actually played with it, and I probably never will. I did upload it onto the gallery, but really that's all I do with my houses. Sometimes I live in them, but usually I build them, upload them to the gallery, and then bulldoze them so I can make something else on that lot. And if I ever do want to play in a house that I've built, then I just go and download it off the gallery because that's where it lives now. I struggled with a couple things with this build. In the bay windows there's those like floors. There's the holes in the floor, and I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. I do figure it out later, but I mean, I don't know. It's funny because I'm not new to building or anything. I'm just not very good at it. So it's very it's very frustrating to feel like you're good at something and then really struggle with something so basic like the holes in the floor, which I figured out later, and it was so like dead simple. I should have been able to figure that out sooner than that. So the upstairs, it starts out completely mirrored and symmetrical, but then I ended up changing it because I realized that on the family side of the build, the master bedroom wasn't big enough for a bed and two side tables, which is like just basic. You gotta have that. And so I had to kind of stretch things out a bit to make room for that. I don't know why, but I had this vision in my head of the closet right when you walk in the door. I don't know why that was important to me, but I wanted that included, so I did that. The layout was a little difficult because I did want the house to have, or each side to have 3 bedrooms and 1.5 baths. And when I got to the downstairs, I was like, oh wow, I'm really limited for space here, and I didn't think I'd be able to fit even a half bath down there. But I figured it out. It's down back there close to the back door, which I think is pretty good. I have lived in well, I guess it's not a duplex, it's a townhouse. And the one that I lived in had a layout very similar to this one, so I kind of drew inspiration from that. It was a lot like this, like even with a closet at the front door. And I think the layout and the floor plan is quite realistic to what you might see in a duplex. Yeah, so I made all the walls gray just because I can't stand looking at unfinished walls. Even on the other side of the apartment, it was bugging me, or the duplex, I guess. Yeah, so I don't really know why. Oh, I was filling in those gaps because that's how you fix the holes in the floor. You basically have to create a room there so it recognizes that it's a room and it's not meant to have holes in it. So I did fix that, and I was kind of struggling at the beginning because I was like, this is embarrassing. I can't even figure this part out. But I got it. I definitely got it. So this side is the family side. I'm kind of sad because I did kind of want to create Sims just to go into this house. I don't know why. Like I was tempted to make the Sims, move them in, and then play with them just for a little bit. But then I thought, like, that's just so boring because when I play The Sims, I have to have goals. Like, I cannot just have them wander around and eat, sleep, and go to work. I can't do it. There has to be some kind of goal in mind, which is why I really like the Not So Very Challenge, because it's not just one goal. There's like 5 or 6 different goals that you're trying to accomplish in every generation. And that's the thing. I love challenges with generations, like where there's like 10 at least. And I like challenges that get you to do stuff that you've never really done before. The challenge I always do, I've done it like a few times over, is it's not really even called anything. I just kind of made it up. But basically, I just get each generation to complete a different aspiration until all of the aspirations are complete. I've done that a couple times over, and it's definitely my favorite. And I do plan on doing that again when Seasons comes out, just because I want my game to be filled with, I don't know, all of that realism, and yeah, I just want that all. And since we didn't have Seasons before, it'll be kind of a different experience doing the aspiration challenge again. So I will be doing that one. Probably not in a Let's Play because it's going to be really long. And I just want to take my time with it and enjoy it and enjoy the seasons and the holidays and incorporate all of that into my game. But I will be doing another Let's Play based around Seasons, I think. And I'll still be doing my Not So Very Challenge. I'm just like powering through that. I guess that's what happens when you upload like 4 or 5 videos a day for the Not So Very Challenge. Just because, I don't know, I just want to get it out there. And I haven't been doing my Decades Challenge very much because I'm just, like I said, I need to have goals. And with the Decades Challenge, there isn't really a goal. You're just living, you're just existing, basically. And while it's fun to live with different limitations and themes and all that, it's just, I need more. I don't know what to do. I just need more from this challenge. It's not challenging enough, basically. It's just too simple, and I lose interest and I lose inspiration when I don't have a goal in mind. And that's how I play The Sims. I have to have an end goal. And I do want to, I haven't given up on the Decades Challenge or anything. I'm just waiting for, I don't know, I'm waiting for my inspiration to come back, because right now I've got none. So that's why I haven't been uploading any of those videos. I will eventually, but probably not right away, because when Seasons comes out, I'm gonna go crazy with it, and that's all I'm gonna want to do. So anyway, back to the actual build. So I'm just kind of filling up this side with, I don't know, not trendy, I guess, but I didn't want it to be super outdated or anything. I wanted it to kind of look nice. And basically I'm using stuff that I kind of always use, but I don't know, they're classics. And I wanted this side to just look very homey and cozy and welcoming. And nothing like the other side, which is like, that's where the fun happens. This side it's a little boring compared to the other side, but it was still fun to furnish. Of course, I use those bay windows for the bay window like couches. How could you not? Except in the bachelor side, they use that area for a mini bar, because why not? So this house doesn't have very much clutter. It's I just put a table by the door with some mail on it or whatever. But yeah, it's not very cluttery. But still nice. Like, if I had just built this side and not the other side, I would actually use this house. I guess I could always do that. Just get rid of the bachelor side and just make this one regular house. Because I really do like it. I like the layout, and I think it'd be a nice house to live in. The backyard's a little small, but I was just trying to make it realistic for duplexes, basically. So in the bathroom upstairs, I did the classic wall against the shower. I very rarely, unless I'm just playing in a game, for some reason I don't care. But when I'm building a house and I want it to go on the gallery, I want it to look good. And so I always put that wall next to the shower. And yeah, so I had to shuffle some walls around, make some other rooms smaller in order to accommodate the master suite, because it was just too small. And I don't like when you can't fit at least, like, I guess it'd be a queen size bed and 2 side tables. If you can't do that, then it's not a master bedroom. It's just too small to be called a master bedroom, even if it is bigger than the other ones. And so for that room, I went with like a gray and blue theme, which I do a lot, by the way. I think I use the gray theme more than anything else. I don't know why, I just really like it. For once, I did not use the vanity that comes with Vintage Glamour because I've been going crazy with it. It's been in all my builds lately since I got the pack. And in this one, I decided not to. I guess it's too small anyway, so I just didn't. I've been watching a lot of tutorials on building. Lil Simsy created like a builder's Bible kind of series. I mean, there's only 4 videos in there, but I've been watching those and really trying to apply what she's taught me into my building. But then I'm realizing, as I'm watching them, I'm thinking maybe this is too basic for me. I need something a little... It's like in one of her videos, she was like, okay, let's go into buy mode, which is this little tab up here in the right-hand corner. And I was like, okay, I'm a little further along than that. So I skipped to the next one, and that one was a little bit basic too. But I just feel like you can never stop learning about these things. And I'm always trying to get better. And lately I think I've been benefiting from it because I've been happier with my builds lately. Sometimes when I first got into building, I'd build something and think like, oh, that's boring, that's hideous, and then I would just leave. But now I build things and I'm happy with it, and I would actually play in the house, and that's how I know I did a good job. If I would actually live there, then I feel like I did a pretty good job. What I need to do is stop comparing myself to other YouTubers, because I mean I'm never gonna be on the Sim Supplies level. But then I was thinking, like, as much as I worship him, I guess I just love him, but he's also very one-dimensional. I feel like he's only really capable of doing modern builds, and I never see anything else out of him. And it's funny because those are the builds that I'm the least interested in, but the ones I watch the most. It's weird. Like, I don't really like building them, but I do like watching them, just so I'm like, I just like being impressed by builds, basically. So that's what I've been doing, is watching builds that I'm just totally intimidated by and would never try. But what I really want to be able to do is be diverse, I guess, in my building skills. I want to be able to build different things, different themes. I don't want to just build family homes all the time, which is my go-to. I do want to learn how to do other things. And so I've been watching like Tudor houses and just different builds that I wouldn't normally try, like restaurants and businesses, which is something that doesn't really interest me, I guess, just because it's really intimidating. But I am going to try it. Just not right away. Once season comes out, I'm just going to be totally preoccupied with that. That's all I'm going to want to do. And my husband suggested we go camping the weekend seasons comes out, and I laughed in his face. I was like, are you kidding? Are you joking me? I feel like he doesn't know me at all. Like, to leave for the weekend when seasons comes out, I can't even imagine. So that's not happening. I'll be around. I don't know if I'm going to stay up till midnight because I don't want to be that person. Because once I start playing, I'm not going to stop. That's just it. I'm not going to stop. I'll be there all night and all day. And so I'm thinking what I should probably just wait until the morning it comes out. I don't know if I can actually do that. I say that now, but who knows what I'll end up doing. I'm going to want to see it immediately. And I won't even be able to sleep if I know other people get to play it before I do. So who knows? I might pull an all-nighter. Anyway, back to the build. The bachelor side was actually so much fun because like the foosball table there, I got that directly from Joey and Chandler from The Greatest Show Ever. They went out to buy a dining room table and came home with a foosball table, and so that I just find so funny. Like, to fill up a dining area with a foosball table, that's just such a guy thing. So I put that there with like the dartboard and like the beer mug poster, and I just filled it up with stuff that I would never want in my house, and I figured that was perfect for a bachelor pad. Like the mini bar with the lights hanging off of it, it's just a classic. Lots of clutter too. Like back in the kitchen, I put like a basketball on the counter, like just random items like that. And here in the living room, I wanted the biggest TV with all like the 2 gaming systems you can buy, and then that weird gnome thing. I don't know. I feel like guys have weird things sometimes, or they just find that like their idea of a decor item is like the most hideous thing you've ever seen. So yeah, that's what I put there. And then of course I had to put like the hookah. Well, I guess it's actually a bubble blower technically, but I don't know. I felt like it suited this not apartment duplex really well. And yeah, basically just anything that I found tacky, I threw it up. Like this jersey and the neon sign by the bar and the swords. Like, who has that in their house, really? And then I just put some clutter items around, like not basketball, but the sport equipment and mail everywhere on the bar. And yeah, I did have a rug in the living room originally, but then it looked too finished, too put together. And I was like, nah, they're not going to have a rug. I should have put a coffee table now that I'm looking at it, because that's something they have. I mean, what are they going to eat off of? So I should have put a coffee table. You can put one in if you download this house. You can do anything you want. But in the upstairs, I think I used all the same paint. I didn't change any of it. And I'm thinking now maybe I should have, but I just kept it all the same color because I feel like guys don't really care about that very much. They don't care what color their room is. So yeah, I just went with anything. Didn't put up the shower wall in this bathroom. I just felt like throwing it together, making it super guyish. Put some books by the toilet there. I can only imagine what it would smell like in there, like an unclean bathroom, basically. That's what I'm picturing. So like laundry on the floor. Yeah, all that. And then in this bedroom, this is the biggest one, so I thought it was going to be pretty easy to fill up. I wanted them all to kind of have just a really cluttery vibe, which is, I think I accomplished that. I just put stuff everywhere. I just put crap absolutely everywhere. And then just like tacky wall hangings and posters and pictures and yeah, that just filled up the rooms with as much stuff as I could. Typical guy stuff. And then this room, I thought it was really funny if I put a blow up mattress in there. I'm realizing now, what is going on? I'm realizing now that it's not against the wall. I don't know how I didn't notice that before. But I'm sorry to say that it's uploaded like that. You'll have to move the bed back. That drives me nuts now that I'm looking at it. And I think even the table is not against the wall. Because I was blind, I guess. I don't know. I didn't realize what was happening. And so now I'm putting up this, I put the TV up there and then I put a whole bunch of like clutter items under the table there. More laundry on the floor in this other room. And this last room is really small and there wasn't really much I could do with it. So I put in like that punching bag thing or whatever that is and a guitar and just some more wall clutter is really all I'm calling it, because it's terrible. These posters are so ugly. And I think just a rug to kind of fill it up. But nothing hanging up in the hallways. I figured I'd leave that completely blank. It's kind of boring, but also quite realistic for a bachelor pad. And then I wanted the front of the duplexes to represent the people living in them. So the family side has like a nice little garden with some bushes. And then the bachelor pad has a bunch of overgrown grass. And I figured that was good enough. I think on this side I even put like a potted plant and a little wind chime on that side. And then the other side I put like a camping chair. Just very basic. And I don't know, I just feel like the front speaks volumes about who's living inside, and that to me is interesting enough. I like that dynamic. And then the backyard, it's a really small space, but I wanted to do, each side have like a little patio area with like a barbecue and a seating area. And it's funny because each side has very different opinions, I guess, about what the what the back should look like. So yeah, I just put like I said, the barbecue, the little, what's that called? Table. That's the table with the umbrella. And yeah, just filled it up and made it look kind of nice for the family side. And like had some planters there. And then on the other side, I mirrored the patio, but I just kind of put a barbecue and a different kind of seating arrangement. I just put a whole mess of different types of chairs out there. And I think I even put like a fire pit out there. Or I didn't do a fire. I put the fire pit and then I was like, no, we got to upgrade this. So I did like the bonfire with the pallets and the chair sticking out. And of course a basketball hoop back there. Which isn't really realistic. Like there's nowhere to stand really for that. But I figured that was good enough. And I think that's all I really did back there. I think I put like a few trees along the back and then a few trees in the front as well. Just to kind of fill up the lot a little bit. I can't not put trees. For some reason, I just feel like the lot needs trees. So that's what I did. And I think now we are heading into the screenshots. So you can download this house on the gallery. My origin ID is Haley1922. I don't know why that number, but that's the number it is. Anyway, thanks for watching.